Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Dewan Smoot getting in there, recording a sack.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Were able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Now ETN to start the drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 4 catches, 61 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A give running right, ETN to about the 33-yard line. The Chiefs at 3-1 here through their first. Good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Another tote for ETN.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
They'll run with ETN. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Steps away.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
First throw there into the hands of Ross.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. And they'll run with Etienne.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try to run with Etienne.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Travis Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
play fake it at Stafford.
Well, there's Gallup. Nice catch.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Stafford on first down. That's caught once again by Gallup.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. 3 yards remain for second down.
From the 50 at Stafford.
That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. K.J. Osborne.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Dwayne Smoot, his second sack of the night. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's Stafford. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Here's Stafford.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Stafford.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing again is Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On 2nd and 2, Stafford. He's got it. Touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. John Ross, 58 yards.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
On first down, Stafford here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Stafford now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Stafford. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Stafford looks to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Lutz is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
19 tight.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
ETN once more. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but
he didn't spike it. He faked it.
he'll get this off to ETN.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Hurts.
Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check man, check man. He get me. He's not gonna get me. 19, pioneer. What we got? 48 month.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
On 2nd down, Williams. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And Cooks has it over the middle.
And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now Stafford. Caught. It's Wilson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Going right back to Wilson. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Trey Hendrickson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack on first down, Stafford under pressure, and they got to him again. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Stafford. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. From the 30 on second down, Hurts. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. ETN up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
19 Tiger. Let's go.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They come up on a first and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need it. And he is in! Touchdown, Kansas City! Travis Etienne, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Butker on for the PAT. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, This offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Kittle. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Stafford. And that's complete to Cooks.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford.
That's Gallup on the slant.
Touchdown Raiders. Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And he's got Hurst, his tight end.
And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They get 25 yards out of that one. And that'll be good for a KC 1st down. They'll look to throw again.
Again, that's Hurst.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And finding the tight end, Rudolph. Touchdown! Kyle Rudolph. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Chiefs have taken a 4th quarter lead.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
BIG-XTREEM elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Quinnen Williams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Stafford tosses the out route here to Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. David Ojabo in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Etienne. Down to about the 22 here. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They'll look to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Linval Joseph able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Chiefs will use the 1st of their timeouts
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Butker's kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Stafford now to throw. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Now Stafford. This for all the marbles. And they're going to score! A long touchdown! No flags! No time remaining! And they're an extra point away from winning the game! The kick is good, and can you believe this? They win it with zeros on the clock. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking, but he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15...